Alright guys, one more review for today in these Puppet Master movies, and going on to Curse of the Puppet Master. And this is actually easily my favorite Puppet Master movie out of all of them. I really dig the story, which I'll give a brief synopsis. It's essentially this guy, he has this like kind of museum of oddities or whatever, and he has the puppets, and he's kind of doing like a sideshow thing where people can come see, the puppets in action and all that and whatever. And he ends up employing this guy who's kind of like a Sling Blade like character. He's just a country kind of not intelligent, really just everyday dude. So he employs him, who his daughter actually has a big thing for this guy he hired. But he's like a really master sculptor, and he wants him to sculpt this puppet for him. And you're not really sure what the puppet's going to look like or what the plans are for this puppet. But there's a big murder mystery thing too, because his previous assistant died, and the cops are trying to figure out how the assistant died. And this movie though is really predictable though, because about halfway through, even before halfway through, you realize what's going to happen with this. Because like I don't want to give anything away for people that haven't seen it, because it is kind of cool. It's a really cool twist that I do like. There is one scene though in this that I found really kind of disturbing, and it's this puppet that was burnt in the beginning of the film, and when the girl goes to and finds it, you kind of discover what the hell's going on with these puppets and experiments, and it's pretty disturbing, just the way the puppet's like screaming and looks and all that, and when you realize what's going on, it just looks pretty intense. But I also give this movie the highest recommendation out of all of them, just because the gore is off the chain in this one. This has so many good gore shots. Tunneler drills into this dude's balls pretty much, and Jester actually gets a good kill here. There's a really gory, really love it in that aspect. Now, I will say, too, this is directed by David Duchovny, and he did the third one, which is my second favorite, but he's like he's known for these, like, erotic horror movies. Like, he did the 1313 series, and he's a notable gay director. And you really see that come through in this movie, just because there's a lot of scenes of the main dude in his underwear, and even, like, the bad dude or whatever, like the main gangster guy. I don't even know what kind of word you use for him, but like the scene they see him in, he's like working out in his underwear and stuff, and there's a lot of scenes like that. And when you know the director, you definitely see that gay side come through with this movie, but it doesn't take it out of it. It's not as in your face. It would be cool if they did have some like titties and stuff in it to kind of balance it out, but unfortunately they don't do that, because I honestly thought the main girl, the love interest in this movie, was the most attractive out of all the Puppet Master girls, like, without a doubt. But, yeah, this one's just really enjoyable, just when you see the twist come in, really fun. It ends abruptly, though. That's the only downfall about it, is you don't really get the full story, like, it just ends. But it is 78 minutes, so it is really quick. Now, as far as the transfer goes, it warns you in the beginning that this is fully uncut, because I think in the original version, this was like an hour long, I think, but they inserted all the unedited cut and stuff, and they only had those on like beta tape masters and standard definition, so it is really jarring. Like, you'll see some really good parts of the Blu-ray where the transfer really shines through, and then it'll switch to ultra grainy videotape definition. And I mean, it's not that bad if you're really used to watching VHS tapes, but if you're used to watching Blu-ray and you have like a 10-minute high def scene and then it switches to standard definition beta tape master, you really see the difference, and it can be jarring. But it didn't, like I said, it's still my favorite out of all of them, and I'm glad it is fully uncut. And it does say in the beginning of the Blu-ray, this is the definitive edition. The DVD didn't have those scenes. Now, as far as special features go, it's pretty skimpy. It has the director commentary, which is really the only feature I need on a Blu-ray. That's, if it has a commentary, I'm game with it. Original Video Zone and Full Moon trailers. So yeah, definitely if you're gonna see one Puppet Master, I definitely recommend seeing this one just because it shows the puppets in all their glory, just being brutally violent. And I just have a really good time with it. I think all the actors are good. I think the effects are amazing. And there's a lot of body horror elements in this that I find really disturbing. So yeah, I give this one a 9 out of 10. As far as Puppet Master films go, if we're talking about just films in general, probably a 7.5. But if you're going to just entrench yourself in the whole Puppet Master franchise, my opinion, this is the best. But anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow with 2 more Puppet Master reviews. Peace.